Previously on Disney Lorcana.
The Illumineers are caught where they learn the skill of summoning character glimmers through the use of story stars. However, their journey takes a turbulent twist when a massive earthquake rattles the land, causing them to scatter. Amidst the chaos, Martin stumbles upon a logged lore book hidden within a chamber covered in algae and dark goo. Upon opening it, he inadvertently releases a tentacled creature, unleashing a flood of mystical ink that alters the summoned glimmers. As the turmoil unfolds, crucial relics like the trident are swept away from the Illumineers. As they head out to the Inklands to find scattered lore, we see the trident seized by an ominous, shadowy entity.
Our next trailer opens with a hooded figure seated in a dark cave, surrounded by a spot of pink gooey and algae. This algae, which has been appearing in cards from day one, has sparked widespread speculations that Ursula may be the primary antagonist of the first chapter of Lorcana. Adding fuel to the fire, the flavor text on the first Ursula card states the first rule of villainy. The presence of this algae is significant, as it has been observed in various forms across different cards. In the Mickey Mouse Detective card, it's noted wherever the seaweed had come from, Mickey was sure of one thing: something fishy was going on. Similarly, the Duke of Wesselton's cards also hints at this. Sorcery. I knew there was something dubious going on here. In later sets, on Bogo's card we see in the Illuminary, we receive confirmation regarding the ink flood. The ink flood was caused by an explosion. We have it under control. Now, clear the area. As the camera zooms in on the figure, we are granted glimpses of what could be future events. In the initial scene is a battle between two Ursulas over a trident and the crown. The prevailing theory is that the Ursula on the left is the dreamborn deceiver of all. The Ursula on the right appears to be the recently unveiled Sea Witch Queen. Next, our attention shifts to three Illumineers confronting something. With the help of a green tablet, seemingly from Encanto, we see they stand face to face with Ursula herself, unmistakable from her tentacles. As the scene unfolds, the identity of the hooded figure is unveiled. It is Bruno Madrigal. However, he appears to be possessed, with barnacles adorning his face. Let's take a closer look at our group of friends. Firstly, we have Venturo, a ruby sapphire Illumineer, who has a new legendary Mulan glimmer accompanying him with extraordinary abilities. Then there is Shanzi, an amethyst steel Illumineer, whose partner is a cool new Ariel, Sonic Warrior. Martin, who harnesses the power of amber emerald inks, is supported by a musketeer Mickey. Now, following the Illumineer glimmer pairing logic, we can assume that this Mickey should be amber or emerald. However, our existing Mickey Mouse musketeer is of the steel variety, so it's reasonable to speculate that an amber Mickey might be introduced this set, especially since the musketeer synergy lies within amber and steel rather than emerald. Given the setting within the ink-tempered sea, it's plausible to anticipate a floodborne version. In the following shot, our heroes are seen swimming towards a mysterious structure. Speaking of mysterious structures, this could very well be the one Prince Eric made mention of. The storm came out of nowhere, forcing Eric to turn back before he reached the mysterious structure at the edge of Lorcana. Similarly, Captain Amelia's flavor text hints at her journey towards an enigmatic destination. I have spotted a strange structure on the horizon. The building in question was also spotted in the background of the Jolly Roger. When inquiries were made regarding the structure during a Discord conversation, the response was cryptic. However, they revealed the Ursula card in response, known as the Sea Witch. Moreover, the announcement of the new set on the website said, "Ursula's Return. A storm has been building in the magical realm of Lorcana. A powerful Ursula glimmer, unleashed from the great Illuminary, is at last ready to put plans into motion." How far will the Sea Witch go to gain power over all Lorcana? So they mentioned the Sea Witch, which seems to be the Dreamborn version of the Sea Witch Queen. It's worth noting that the Sea Witch Queen seemingly emerged victorious from the battle, acquiring both the crown and the trident. They mentioned that she's released from the Illuminary. Now this aligns with Martin's inadvertent release of someone, leading many to speculate that this mysterious octopus-looking entity could indeed be the Sea Witch Queen. And the return of Ursula refers to her release from the lore book. As our heroes press forward, they find themselves ambushed by Flotsam and Jetsam, While we have seen several versions of Ursula's lackeys, such as riffraff eels, speculation points towards a floodborne duo making their debut. A closer examination reveals that some of the characters standing behind Bruno are characters we may have encountered before, have fallen victims to Ursula's mind-controlling tricks. Minnie Mouse could be Wide-Eyed Driver Minnie, who was the first we saw go missing. When she was revealed back in October, the accompanying text hinted at her disappearance. What started as a carefree diving adventure in Lorcana soon turned into much more. Their Illumineer companion had asked them to stick together, but when Donald Duck turned his head, for a moment, Minnie Mouse disappeared. Now many thought she was kidnapped by eels or Ursula herself, as she wandered too close to her lair, since this structure looks extremely similar to Ursula's cauldron. Now Jafar is a harder nut to crack. The simplest version is that it's the striking illusionist we see here, as his snakes all share the same glowy pink eyes. Another thought that this prompts is that since Ursula started the flood, this could be her way of gaining control of the glimmers that came in contact with it, namely floodborns. Are all floodborns in danger? A more convoluted theory is one that starts from a post from November. Jafar, Royal Vizier, says, "Soon you will learn who holds the real power." Now the official account teases with the following. Was he referring to another glimmer, or was he just gloating about himself? Now either way, his new powers from the flood were considerable, possibly referring to his floodborn version as the Dreadnought. There is a possibility that he made a deal with Ursula to become powerful. Something he might have signed a contract with her. Now this is full-on speculation, but thought I could mention just for the fun of it. If you look at Ursula's contract, could that be a J as a signature with a hidden Mickey on it? The next character we see is Prince Eric. He's most likely a floodborn version of Expert Heldsman, who we've seen in the storm before. Now Magica the Spell here is another hard one to figure out. We haven't had a lot of clues here. So let's go down speculation road again. We saw that Magica took the trident. The question is, who was it for? Earlier we saw that the trident was with the Deceiver all initially. So could they been working together? We have some other mentionable details in her cards. Thieving Sorcerers has the shadow holding a silence, and this has the sapphire symbol on it. We have seen it before with Ariel, Who's It Collector, connecting her and Ursula furthermore. Now, however, in the Ambitious Witch card, we see her shadow already having a pinky glow eye, quite similar to the possessed ones. So maybe she was working with the other Ursula? Could we see characters in character cards being possessed this set, so-called entangled glimmers? When we zoom out, we see a bunch more of these entangled minions. Let's see who else could have fallen victims. We have of course Bernard looking for scattered lore, but we have a lot of pink eyes surrounding him. So let's just hope he made it out. Meanwhile, we also have Kida in Inklands fighting a very weird looking thing. She has seen strange things before, but nothing quite like this. Hopefully, she's fine too. Another known lost creature is one of the mermaids from Neverland. Peter Pan, Wendy, and the Lost Boys are already looking, so maybe they will find her. And then, among the brainwashed minions, appear Ursula herself, a bigger one than in the vision, looking even more scarier than the Sea Witch Queen. We see her wielding the trident, but this one does look different than the one on Triton's trident card, mainly because of the pointy barnacles near the fork. I wonder if we should expect another item card called Ursula's Trident, which will hopefully be a bit stronger than this. The video ends with this face-off between the giant Ursula and their tiny Illumineers. Thank you for following along, and a huge shout out to all the great detectives inside the official Lorcana Discord, such as Kira, Lavrum, and Googly Glimmers. If you like this, please subscribe and comment below for your theories. Until next time, happy loring everyone!